If you have to do everything on your own, then what the fuck do you need him for?
What happened to men paying bills for free? Like, what happened to that? Why don't y'all pay bills for free no more? Like, why can't y'all be like y'all grandpa or y'all great grandfather? Remember back in the day where men used to like cherish the women and pay everything? Nowadays, and it's not going for none of that. Men do not pay bills no more. Like, what happened to that?
Broke women love calling men broke for shit that they can't even afford. If they're broke, then what are you? What are you, boo-boo? It's always the broke folks that love to call people broke, just so y'all know.
I don't know. It's like I can have like $1 million in my pocket and I be still want my nigga to pay for shit. Like, I want you to spend your money. I don't want to spend my money because why should I have to spend my money? I think I should save my money and then we should like, just spend yours. And then, if anything happens, I'm here for like emergency purposes. I really think that's a smart way that we should do things. Like, it's kind of like saving, like budgeting, like a budget thing. Like, I just feel like he should spend it all and then I should save for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it makes more sense that way. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to go and spend any money, right? I might trip it. I don't know. But hey, I don't pay for shit. It's all on my nigga. Thank you. Clock that, T-babes. I don't get you girls. I don't.
A woman whose only concern is how much you make, how much you can give her, and just money, just revolved around money, and not asking you, what are your values, what are your traits, what are your characteristics? If that is something that doesn't concern her and it's only just money, stay away. Stay away. She's broke. She's broke, not only financially, but she's broke emotionally. She's just gonna keep taking and taking and taking and taking until you can't take it anymore. Okay, you're wasting your time. She's not the one that you're supposed to settle with. All right, she's concerned about money. And once if you ever lose that money, she is gone. Just like that. Just like that. Stay away, my guy.
I try to tell my sisters all the time, like, there's literally no point in entertaining a man if he is not going to take care of you or fund the lifestyle that you want, because there are men out here that will definitely do that. And I'm not talking about no one night stand type shit. I'm talking about literally will fund you your life, literally will give you whatever you want. I don't care how bored you are as a woman or how lonely you are, never settle for like a man not doing anything for you just so you can have company. Hell no.
Yes, you are exactly right. Paying motherfucking child support as a mother is savage work. But at the end of the day, this savage did some work in order to have to pay motherfucking child support. I did some fucked up ass shit. Now my children are with my godmama, being well taken care of, and I have to pay child support. That's it. That's all. Y'all will hear that story later. But yeah, and I got baby daddies that is running from $25 a month, but I got to pay $8 some a month. Yeah, all that. Yeah.
So if men value beauty most in women and women value security and income most in men, then after you match on a dating app confirming that the man finds the woman attractive, the man should have to verify his income.
One time when I was 21, I was dating a guy and I asked him one time why he never pulled out a chair for me or opened my car door or really held any door open for me in general. He looked me dead in my face and said, "You're an adult grown woman with 2 functioning arms. Why would I do that?" I thought that was pretty crazy, pretty rude, pretty disrespectful. Fast forward, I'm 25 years old. I start dating another guy and I tell him this story to kind of gauge, like, where are you at? If you agree with him, maybe I should rethink some things. But nope, he says, "Oh, wow, that's so crazy. Like, how could he do that?" Perfect. 2 months into our relationship, this man has yet to do a single one of those things. So I confront him and I'm like, "Hey, how come you never do any of these things?" He almost gives me the exact same answer as my other ex-boyfriend. I'm staring at him and I'm just like, I'm waiting for it to click, like I'm waiting for him to remember that I've actually like come to him before and like brought this up as a behavior that I found very disrespectful. And it did not click. I actually had to refresh his memory. And he like had no real defense other than I'm an independent woman and I can do things myself. So
men are so funny to me because they'll DM you something like, oh my god, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like, yes, I know. That's why I posted that selfie. Okay. So maybe tell me something a little bit more useful, like your credit card information.
I'm gonna put the girlies on game. But the men that don't be caring about no designer shit, like they're not flashy like at all. They don't prioritize like all the shit you see on social media. Those the ones that be having that paper stacked. I'm telling you, like that shit be fucking stacked high. I think a lot of women are caught into this illusion, especially like nowadays, like, oh, he gotta wear a certain thing. He gotta like, no, the ones who don't give a fuck about it like at all, those be the ones that got the real money. And I'm not saying that like, the people who wear nice stuff don't have money either, but I'm telling you, like the ones that y'all sleep on and that's
Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Before we continue watching those clips I've put together, please subscribe to this channel, like the video, turn on your notifications so you stay updated whenever I upload a video like this. So in these clips we have seen many women giving their reasons why they think men are incapable of taking care of them, and we have also seen many women giving their experience, sharing their experience with us. So please, let's watch the clips together. I'll be right back shortly.
seem like they don't have shit. Those be the ones that really be having.
I know inflation's real because men don't even send bottles to the tables anymore. In pre-COVID, I used to go out with my girls and we wouldn't spend a dime. Like that was guaranteed. Like that was common knowledge. We weren't going to spend a single dollar because guys from a distance would just be like sending Patron, Casamigos, like enjoy, not even try to come to us to talk, to harass us, bother us, nothing. I know people have had horror stories of like guys that would buy you a drink, bottles, and then if you wouldn't pay them attention or they assume that because they bought you a drink or a bottle, they're gonna take you home with them. And if you didn't, then they would like hurt you outside of the club. I'm Dominican, I never experienced that. We used to be in the Dominican clubs, in the city, in Jersey, everywhere, and a bottle girl would just come up to us like, hey, they asked to cover your tab, or these guys sent you this bottle, and they'll from afar just like wave like, enjoy, enjoy. Not even come out to us and try to harass us. Like literally just like, enjoy. Ahora, ni una hookah, mi amor. Nothing. Not even a hookah refill. Inflation, man. Inflation's got us girls spending our own money. I don't like it.
How you're going to get a man to pay your rent. This one is 100% going to hurt a lot of your feelings. So go ahead and grab some fucking tissues, sit down with your little cup of tea. Number 1, any woman who comes on here and says any woman can get their rent paid is fucking lying. Now here's the part that's going to hurt your feelings. Unless you look like this, you're not getting your rent paid for. Okay? It's not fucking happening. Will he pay for bills? Will you get money? Absolutely. That's easy. That's a fucking cakewalk. But when it comes to getting your rent paid, okay, and hopefully your rent is not like $500. If so, like, God bless, and maybe, okay? But if your rent is like, what, I would expect a few $1,000s to $5,000, men are not going to fucking pay that, okay? They're just absolutely not, unless you give them a reason to. Men need a reason to do this, okay? And the number one reason is usually between your legs, okay? That reason is between your legs, and being seen with you is of more value to him than paying your rent. 3, you probably didn't give it up easy. Okay, so you look like this and you didn't give it up easy, okay? So ding ding on both of those. If you did that, maybe it's in the cards for you. Or, I'm just gonna fucking say it, you're an S worker. A lot of these times, these S workers have that as part of the deal with these men, okay? So a lot of the women coming on here saying like, it is easy to get your rent paid. No, the fuck it's not. I grew up in Miami. I grew up in South Florida. I grew up in a very, very well-off town. And I'm telling you right now, I have met many, many, many men. The poorest to the richest, okay? And I'm telling you right the fuck now, I'm maybe a South Florida 5 at best, 5. Even a South Florida 10 will have trouble getting a man to pay her rent. Okay? Unless you are part of an elite circle of S workers, or you look like a fucking AI picture. Trust me, these men are not paying your rent. Okay? I hate to burst your fucking bubble. It's not happening. Okay, little bills here and there, yeah, whatever. Okay, sorry about my armpits, I'm about to laser them. But I'm telling you right now, getting a man to pay your rent is not as easy as all these bitches come on here and say. Okay, it is a certain kind of man, first of all. He's gonna be like 50, 60, 70 years old. It's gonna be a man with a lot of money to blow. It's gonna be a man with certain kinks, let's say, and then you're willing to abide by those. And it's going to be a man who's looking to get something out of the deal. This is not just going to happen on a whim. This is not just going to happen with a random man that you meet. This isn't a fucking Pretty Woman situation. No, okay? No. Unless you plan on looking like this and getting thousands and thousands, possibly tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars of surgery, or you were just God's fucking favorite, it's not happening. Probably not what you expected me to say, but it's the truth. You're welcome.
And if he's asking you out for coffee as a first date, go ahead and block him right now. Quickly. Men only ask women out for coffee for the first date if 1, they're cheap, and 2, he's not actually sure he's interested in you. Don't you want a man that's sure he's interested in you? I've heard from the horse's mouth themselves. Men have told me they only take women on coffee dates if they're not sure they want to pursue the girl. So at the end of the date, if he changes his mind, if he gets the ick, he says, well, at least I only spent $20 on coffee. I know that you know you're worth more than $20 for coffee, whether he's sure or not. So get rid of him, babe. Your husband would never.
Guys, there are real women out here that are using men for meals. Like women that go on dating apps and then find men to match with just so they'll take them on a date and pay for their food. Have we heard of getting a job, maybe? Did we try that first? This is like actually despicable behavior. Who does that? That's disgusting. We all saw that girl on TikTok, right? That was doing the dating series, but the dating series was just her finding men to match with on Tinder and then taking her out for food. And that's the series, is seeing how many free meals she could get in a year. I can't believe that stuff like that is actually real. Like, you guys are really out here doing that. Like, actually. And, like, you're not kidding. And it's because of women like that men have hard times trusting women in the dating field nowadays. Men don't want to go on Tinder and swipe right and match with a woman just for her to use him and then never speak to him again. Another example of some terrible things that men have to go through nowadays just to get a wife. Crazy.
Okay, so y'all, I just recently started back dating like 6 months ago. And one thing that I've noticed after taking like a 2-year break from sex and dating and men is that now that I'm coming back, a lot of men like to plan low effort dates because they want to test you and make sure that you're not using them for money, which I think is so strange because they don't even really be having no money, or we got the same amount of money. So it's like, I don't know. But like, I've had somebody say, oh, let's go for a walk. Why the fuck would I want to go for a walk with a man as a first date? Or, oh, let's do a gym date as a first date. Why would I want to be in the gym with a man for the first date? I just don't get how we gonna get to know each other, because I really be focusing. I really don't want to talk when I'm in the gym. So it's just kind of like, what's going on? I feel like the first date sets the tone for like the amount of energy that you are willing to put into me. Now, I ain't saying you got to do an expensive date, but I feel like a well thought out planned date, like, oh, let's do bowling and dinner. Something simple, but something thoughtful and something like that shows that you actually want to get to know me. But because money is such a big topic, I feel like a lot of men are just trying to test women. And that's why I think the dating scene is just bad right now. But I could be tripping. What y'all think? See, that right there, that's some Gen Z stuff, because I truly do not understand going out on a date, wasting your time and wasting his time and his money, going out on a date with somebody that you're truly not interested in. If, as a woman, you have to go out on a date to get a free meal, you don't need to be dating. If you can't take yourself out to eat, sis, you don't need to be dating. Just like we don't want our time wasted, we should not be wasting other people's time, men's time. So this video, to me, I saw this on Instagram and I just said, wow, it's actually women out here really doing this, and they're ruining it for the women like me and other women who are actually dating with intention, dating with the intention of getting married and being married. And if I'm going out on a date with you,
is because I actually have an interest in you. And it's because I want to see where it will go. So yes, fellas, you do have to invest in a woman, i.e., taking her out to dinner. On the flip side, women, please consider men and their finances, and that they do not have to take you out to dinner. But because a man wants to invest in you, he's investing in you by taking you out to dinner. So please make sure that we stop this narrative of going out on dates just to get a free meal, because it's not cute. It's really not cute. It's giving broke energy. And if you cannot take yourself out to Mastro's or Ruth Chris or Ocean Prime, you shouldn't be dating.
So I went on this date and the guy was nice, whatever, but he literally would not stop talking about money. Like every single item on the menu, he had a comment like, whoa, that's pricey, or man, they're really charging that. And I was just sitting there trying to drink my drink and not laugh because I was just like, this is so funny. If you could only see my per diem of what I spent for this evening to be here, hair appointment, makeup products I used, shoes, outfit, he would realize that he literally got the discounted version of the date. He's sitting across from me, stressed over appetizers, and I'm there just trying to justify my whole entire experience. We're in totally different worlds.
So I've posted a couple videos recently talking about modern women and what their standards are and what modern women are looking for. And I've gotten a lot of comments from men saying that they are not looking for a modern woman. They want a traditional woman, and that there aren't enough of them out there. So that had me thinking, like, well, what is the difference between a modern woman and a traditional woman? I wrote some notes here to distinguish the difference. A modern woman is someone who's independent. She has a full-time career. She prioritizes career and education over family and children. She is strong and wants to be taken seriously. And you'll probably hear her say things like, I don't need no man to support me and never depend on a man. A traditional woman is someone who focuses on family and children. She cooks and she cleans. She knows how to take care of her man mentally, emotionally, and physically. She's graceful and nurturing, and I'm gonna say it, submissive. So, for all the modern women out there, I hear all the time that they want a traditional man. But it's sounding to me like traditional men don't actually want modern women. And I can't tell you how many times I hear women say they don't cook, they don't clean, but yet they want a man to pay all their bills. So I'm just curious, women, do you consider yourself modern or traditional? And what kind of man are you actually looking for? And for men, what are the qualities that you're looking for in a woman if it's not a modern woman?
A couple days ago, this guy that I frequently see at the gym came up to me and said, oh, I've been seeing you around all the time. Just wanted to come and say hello. He then proceeded to ask me what my plans are for the following week. And I said to him, I'm not too sure, but I would be happy to grab a coffee after my session as I'm pretty much done. And he looked at me and said, oh, so you're using me for coffee? And I was thinking to myself, like, my leggings alone cost me £140. I'm more than capable of paying for a fucking coffee. And I think a lot of guys have this narrative that women are using them for free meals, for a free coffee, for a free XYZ. Babe, a woman getting glammed up, her whole makeup bag alone will cost her £1,000 worth of products. She is not using you for a fucking meal. At what? Flatiron? At a Nando's? Be fucking for real.
Y'all want to know what kind of females I can't be friends with? The ones that think that it's okay to use a man for their money. I remember I used to be cool with this one girl, and every time she would try to put me on with a dude that she was talking to, she was like, oh, he got money. Yeah, girl, you talk to him because he got money. And look, I've been in a relationship with a man that paid for everything. Baby, even though he paid for everything and I could get whatever I wanted, baby, I was being controlled. I don't like nobody telling me what to do, when I can do it, and when I can do it. I don't like that. And I see a lot of these women that date dudes for their money, and they always going through some type of emotional trauma. Not even just that, they're being highly controlled and really can't do nothing. I don't know why so many females think that it's okay to just date a dude because he got money, or everybody want a rich nigga. Baby, I come with my own money. I work hard and make my own money because I can spend it how I want to. Nobody can tell me what I can do with my money. I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me a wrong way, and it made me look at a person differently. Like, this person is really out here using somebody for their money. I don't know. To me, it just says a lot about you and what kind of person you truly is and the things that you would do to get what you need. So then it made me feel like, damn, like, would you do that to me? Would you use me? Would you use me for my money? Then my thing is, y'all try to make men that work these regular jobs, these regular 9 to 5 jobs, y'all try to make them feel bad. I just feel like a lot of women can't think for themselves. A lot of women be feeling like they want to just sit around, not do anything, and want somebody else to take care of them. I'm that type of female, I can't do none of that. I done did that, done that, baby. I like to make my own bread.
The other day, a man who was completely opposite of my type decided to hit on me and asked for my number. And I was like, what's your resume looking like, okay? He's very comfortable talking to himself in my messages. So one day, the other day, he called me. And I was like, I'm out to eat, can't answer the phone. So of course he hits me with the, I didn't mean to call you. So I'm like, are you gonna pay for my nails? Right? Because if you just think that I'm just like that and you just like what you see and you like what you X, Y, and motherfucking Z, you can pay for my nails. Because if I can pay for a motherfucking haircut, you can pay for some motherfucking nails, okay? Who do you think pay for these? Myself, indeed. Like always, okay? Because I asked this motherfucker, look at you and look at me, okay? I asked this motherfucker, can you pay for my nails? You never in your life had the audacity to say, what's in it for me? Excuse me, sir, me being happy with my nails, and what else isn't it for you, motherfucker? I wrapped that one up real quick. You know, I went to go pay for mine. I will pay for them myself. Don't even fucking worry about it. Because you mean you could... If I'm paying for haircuts, you can pay for my goddamn motherfucking nails. Otherwise, I don't have no business talking to you. I'm sorry. I really don't.
I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna ruffle some feathers. And if you're the proof that this isn't true, more power to you. But you will never be able to date a broke man and be happy. Why? Because it's 2026. Bills are higher than they've ever been. The cost to have a decent life is 4 times as much as it was in the days before. And you're never going to be able to live a soft life with a broke man, period. You're going to end up pick-me-shaying and building him up or absorbing all the costs of everything because someone has to make something up. Why you also cannot be happy is because a broke man likely has a trail of bad habits that follow him, either lacks hustle or ambition, or is chronically angry with himself and thus will then resent you because he is broke. And you will feel the flack of that resentment every single day. If you are a driven woman, if you want better out of life, it doesn't matter how much you love him, you will never be able to be happy with a broke man. High value women don't date broke. They date class. They date to level up. They date people who can do something for their lives regardless of looks. Too many women too young, they get caught up in the looks, they get caught up in the swagger, and then they realize he's broke and comes from a generation of broke, and he doesn't necessarily have the hustle, the ambition, or the circle, and he's not aspiring to get the circle that he needs to climb heights and break generational cycles. And if you're one of these women who is driven, who is powerful, who is smart, who is capable, then you're never going to be able to get ahead with that broke man. You're going to end up brokenhearted, because you're going to be chronically disappointed by him, consistently let down, and he's going to take out all that anger he has because he's broke and cannot provide and protect, which is innately instilled in men. Like, men's genetic DNA is to protect and to provide. Now it just is in the form of money, to be honest with you. But more time, you won't be able to get ahead in a relationship with a broke man. I thought this was common knowledge, but it's really not, because so many women fall victim to the cycle of trauma with a broke man. And a broke man will often mistreat you because not only the resentment, but because he knows deep down underneath that he can't do shit for you. So he's wondering what you're really doing there. Why you really like him. Why do you love him? He can't do anything for you. And if you're a lover girl like me who, you know, it never, like at one time in my life, money didn't matter. It was my feelings. It was how much I cared about you. It was who you are as a person. All that is out the friggin' window now. Take that and throw that out. Because when you understand how men operate and men think, you know that if you're going places and he's not, it will never be a match. And if you want to go places and he doesn't even know what he's having for lunch, it will never be a match. Hope this helps you, ladies.
Welcome back to the channel. So after watching those clips, we have seen how modern dating has changed a lot in the aspect of being financially stable and not being financially stable. So we have seen many women are actually complaining that they are finding difficulties because men are not handling their bills like they did before. So in that video, we can see some women giving their experience on how they were cheated in their former relationship and why they are not in a relationship again. We can also see in the other hand, we are seeing men are also giving their reasons why they are not in a relationship because of the mindset in which many women they use to move into a relationship. Many women actually move into a relationship because they are looking for financial stability and luxury lifestyle, while men move into a relationship because they are looking for love and comfort. So in as much as the women need those lifestyle and the men need love, the men also expect them to share the responsibilities. So, and women in other hand, they don't want to share the responsibility. Many men are looking for women who are able to share the responsibility 50-50. So actually that's the issue that we are facing now in our modern dating relationship lifestyle. So please, you comment your thoughts on what you think about this video. You like the video, subscribe to the channel, so whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first person to watch.